Joe Biden is a rapist. Welcome to Boys Night In podcast. It's episode 9. We have defied all statistics, all the numbers, every piece of data that said there's no way those guys are going past 8 episodes. I assume that the people that run Anchor are Canadian, I guess.
Canada's
Yeah, I figured Canada was trying to hold it. What if there's a Canada Boys Night In?
Maybe.
Oh, man.
You gotta get to the Canadian internet.
It's a guy who's just like me, who has like no distinguishable accent. There's just a bunch of different ones, but he says like a boot instead of about, and that's the only difference between me and them. Wow. Hey everybody, what a weird week. Things have really slowed down now because there's nothing to help the world go fast. Everything is slow now. Everything is weird. How's the quarantine going for everybody? How are you doing, Domino?
Honestly, so I've been working from home every single day. So every day has felt pretty much exactly the same. Like I almost forgot yesterday was Friday. I kind of forgot today was Saturday because it was like, oh yeah, I just don't have to work. Nothing else changed. Like I still have to sit inside. I can't even like go. Like I was gonna go walk on a trail, and then I guess a couple of days ago when it was nice out, we had a really nice day. So everyone decided to go out on the trail.
I think I saw a picture of that.
Yeah, so there was like hundreds of people on this trail. No, there's impossible to be 6 feet away. So they completely shut that down.
Yeah, Lakefront got shut down.
Yeah, Lakefront got shut down. Everything shut down. So I was just like, well, fuck it. I mean, can't even go outside. So yeah, it's been pretty slow.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's reaction. I see people who like are out of work or working. People who just like are really staying home. They're like, I don't know what day is which anymore. All the days are fake. I was saying the other day that a lot of things that are happening right now, or the people are talking about right now, I'm like, it's just stuff I've been yelling for years. Like, time is fake. Your money is fake. The government's money is fake. They can do whatever they want. Everyone is just like now getting around to things that I've just been yelling as half ideas for years because they're just things I believe in my heart. I still feel really weird because my life is so like unaffected for the most part. Because I'm still just going to work the exact same amount.
Yeah, no, it's weird going to work still. And yeah.
Like, me and Dave live in this weird twilight zone where we both somehow did not get truly affected by this, but also did.
Everyone else around us is affected, and me and George live in our same life.
Yeah, like, our lives, like, have not changed. Like, we still just leave the house, like, almost every day, because we work. Right. I'm just like, my life is like the same. Just some people are weirder now at their door. Like, that's it. I had a lady the other day. I go up to her like apartment or whatever. I knock on her door with her food in my hand that she ordered. She opens the door and she's like, "Man, you guys aren't closed?" And as I'm standing in her doorway with her food that she ordered from the establishment at which I work that I brought to her using my job, and I'm like, "Nah," and she literally goes, "That's fucked up." Like, she said it like that with such serious inflection, like, "Whoa, that's fucked up," and I'm like, yeah, I know. It's happening to me.
Yeah, why'd you order?
Yeah, it is fucked up. You think you're aware of it. Imagine how I feel about it. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Like, people have started doing the contactless delivery thing a little more. Not a ton. I've had, like, my experiences with it have been fine. Other people around me are complaining about it and saying that it's just being used as an excuse not to tip. And I'm like, those people weren't going to tip you anyway. So I don't think the contactless thing has anything to do with it. They would have also not tipped you to your face.
Yeah.
Don't most people just buy online anyway? So they just tip through whatever online?
No, but whatever. That's not even important to the story. Yeah, my experiences with it have been okay, but I have had 3 or 4 times now where a person asks her a contactless delivery, but then when I get there, they don't know what that means. Like, I did the first one I did actually was the weirdest one. So I get a contactless delivery. I'm like, right on. And I walk up to this little like it's like these little apartment buildings. Like their doorway is very small. Like there's not really like anywhere to go. It's like it's not really a porch or anything. It's just a small doorway with like I think it was like a thing for like plants and shit. So there's not a lot of space right there. And as I come up to the door, there is an old ass woman. Like, if not in her 80s, in her 90s. Super old. Like, got a big old walker and shit. Like, looking very frail already. And she's just standing there in the doorway with the door open and, like, refusing to, like, back up or close the door or move away or do anything. And she keeps just telling me to come closer. And eventually to the point where she's like, just come in the house. And I'm just like, this is the opposite of everything I'm supposed to do right now. But you ordered it, so I don't know what to do. So then I learned through context that her like grandson or whatever had ordered it. Because she's standing there in the doorway just yelling, Josh! For what feels like 45 minutes, but was probably like 45 seconds. And she keeps yelling it and then looking at me and being like, you try yelling for him, maybe he'll hear you. And I'm like, I don't think the volume's the problem. I think your grandson's just a shithead. like you're pretty loud. I don't think it's that he's like I don't think it's that he can't hear you. He's just fucking dumb. So then, like, she's just standing there in the door, but she won't back away. I don't know what to do. So I just kind of start setting food down. Because she, like, I'm just setting it down in the doorway because I'm like, I don't know. She won't move away. The guy's not coming. He doesn't want me to hand it to him anyway. She can't take it because she doesn't have arms that function like that. So I just kind of set it down, and like I finish setting it down. I go to walk out, and the kid finally starts coming down the steps. Like, what the fuck, Grandma? And he's like looking at me, like, what the fuck? And I look back at him, like, right? And then I just left. So that's how my first contactless went. I came directly into immediate and unavoidable contact with probably the reason I was told not to contact them. Because she would not go away. So then yesterday I did another one where it was contactless. I'm like, right on. I go up to the fucking door with all my shit, and the lady just walks up to the door and opens it. And immediately after she opens it, like, we both look at each other, and she's like, I didn't realize what contactless meant until just now. And then I start laughing, and then she kind of laughs, and she's like, so, like, what were we supposed to do? And I was like, basically this, but you didn't show up and we didn't talk. I was like, because I was in the middle of about to set her shit on her porch, and she came out the door, and I was like, yeah, I put that there because I was going to set all your food on top of it, and then I was just going to walk away. I wasn't even going to collect that shit or nothing. I don't, because that's how I do it when it goes successfully. I don't like, because you get a little fucking pizza box or whatever, you put it in a bag, and then you just set that on the ground, and then you set all their food on top of it. In their world, I back up 6 feet, and then I'm supposed to collect the thing. Fuck that. It's a box in a bag. I don't give a shit. I just set it down. I knock or whatever. I walk the fuck away, and I go back. They can do whatever they want with the box. I don't care. But yeah, that's been my experience with contactless. It's fucking weird, and half the people who do it don't know what it means.
Yeah, that's wild. I understand it.
Yeah, I don't know how or why, but they just don't get it. And yeah, everyone else's experience is just like, it's fucking bullshit, dude. This contactless delivery. They're not gonna tip me again, dude. And I just keep being like, I don't. You weren't getting tipped. I'm sorry. Like, it had nothing to do with it. Like, there's nobody who's tipping you now that wasn't tipping you before. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I don't think it's worth getting mad about, because it's mostly been fine in my experience. Honestly, it's getting a little bit easier as more and more people take it seriously, because more and more people are just like tipping online, and they don't want, like, they're not doing contactless, but they are trying to just real quick, don't want to sign shit, don't want to hand me money, don't want to do any of that. And so I handle it that way. You know what I'm saying? I walk up, hand them their food, see ya. That's it. Like,
Nice.
I've been doing shit in like 5 seconds, and it's nice. Like, they're fine with it. I'm good. They already tipped me. I don't care. Don't need to sign nothing. Enjoy your food. So honestly, like, in a way, my job is a little bit easier because people just are less annoying. Like, they don't really say anything anymore. They just kind of want their shit and they go away. And,
Right.
For the most part, some people are tipping a little more. I've actually had like one dude who like was like has never tipped me the whole time I've had this job and tipped me recently. Like, I was ready for her not to tip me, and then he handed me like a couple bucks and was like, "Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming out." I was like, I guilted him by living.
Nice. That's funny. Yeah, my job, I've been having a lot of people say, "Yeah, thank you for your service. thank you for everything you're doing."
This is really cool era right now because finally everyone appreciates dipshits like me and Dave.
Yeah, I've been going to work for years now, and no one said anything to me.
I know, dude. We've been doing all this work all this time, and nobody ever wanted to thank us for what we do. And now all of a sudden, everybody's like, "Man, thank you so much."
Wow,
Like,
thank you for your service. You're really out here still.
I love the shitty narrative that people are like, these delivery workers and people that work at stores and all they're so selfless. They're putting their well-being on the line. It's like, no, bro, they need money.
Yeah, I was like, I would quit if I could.
Yeah,
I don't want to work here right now.
I think about quitting all the time, and I'm not even really that worried about it. Like, I think I want to quit on principle because I think it's dumb that we're open. But I'm like, I don't know when I'd get another job right now. Like, with especially like if things were normal, but somehow this was still annoying for my job, I just quit. But they're not normal, and I'm like, if I just quit this job, I can really only go get a job doing the same thing in another place. Like, and my version of it is pretty solid right now. So
Yeah, so you're not seeing too many people. Like, how many deliveries you're doing a day?
it depends. I mean, some days I do a lot of deliveries. It really just depends. Like Thursday, it's weird because now I don't know what days are going to be busy or not.
Yeah.
Everything is kind of fucked up because days are fake now. So like Thursday was pretty busy, and then yesterday was Friday, and I didn't leave for like the last 2 hours of the night. Like, it just died. And that's like, I don't think that's ever happened on a Friday where I don't leave for like 2 hours.
Damn, it's wild. Yeah, that's what I was saying about. Well, last week on here, I was saying how my job slowed down the day before last Friday.
Did it speed back up?
Yeah, no, this whole week was like slow pretty much. This whole week. There's some days that sent me home early. There were some like steady, busy days, but it hasn't been like it was. So that's cool. The only thing that still sucks is the opening, because we get a bunch of stock that they're sending us, and it's a bunch of overstock, and the whole store's a mess because now we have too much stuff there.
Yeah.
Y'all got toilet paper?
Oh no, but we're still missing toilet paper, paper towels, hand sanitizer, and the Clorox wipes.
That's funny.
Those things are still missing, and we're never gonna get them back.
Man, I actually I want to go shopping today because I actually need some things, but I just don't want to go to the fucking store. Like, last time I tried to do this was, I think, last week, and I tried to go to the store, and I didn't even make it to the parking lot because on my way to the parking lot, I noticed how many people were there, and I was like, never mind, and I just went back home. So, yeah, but I'm like, I need things. I actually honestly need new pants. I'm pretty much down to like one functional pair of pants now. if I'm really stretching what functional means at this point. I need deodorant. I got one stick of deodorant. That motherfucker is on its last leg. That motherfucker really, honestly, you can see like the grid of the plastic at the bottom of it at this point. Like, that shit is barely functioning also, but I haven't gone to the store because the store is crazy now. I don't know what else I'm gonna get. Maybe I'll get some more Truly lemonade just to keep the stock up. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to like adjust to this because my life is so unaffected except for on the internet where everything's always crazy and not really related to my life. So it just feels more like I'm watching all my friends from other places tell me about how wild stuff is, but I'm like, oh no, that's them fucking 5 minutes away. They're not a distant person.
Yeah, it's getting crazy out there. I started seeing yesterday that they said domestic abuse calls are going up, and yeah, police are getting more of those lately. And I was like, oh damn, that's fucked up. Everyone's home now, and now they hate each other. Everyone's
Yeah,
fighting.
once you spend like 24 hours a day with someone, probably you realize a lot of things.
Right. Yeah, I thought that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Sorry, I'm just checking. Hey, Domino, can you wave? Okay, sorry. On the video, I felt like you weren't moving, but
I cut that every once in a while.
I think it might have been just I think it might have just been OBS being goofy. But now you're moving, so it's fine. I don't know if you were frozen for real that whole time in like two different things, like a bad animation. But now you are fluidly moving. I don't really know why what I did make a difference, but it did.
But yeah, coronavirus tried to stop the podcast.
They're trying. I didn't even hit up the pod chat this week. I didn't bother because I was like, I'm not inviting people over anymore. like I'm not gonna put Armani in the line of fire anymore to come over and read porn comments. But God, I wish you would. That's a funny thing. Our YouTube, like anytime we have a video that's uploaded that's us talking about porn, it is a big jump in views from everything else. Like that people are really on YouTube looking for porn content.
Yep.
Like motherfuckers are out there looking for porn content on the tube. So I'm like, man, we gotta turn that shit up. Like, we gotta really start talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like start covering it like sports commentators.
Yeah, if you go to a certain website that publishes their statistics, they've been doing like daily or weekly Rona updates of just like the traffic that's been coming in.
Yeah.
You watch like the graph and it's just like steady, you know, like normal views, and then all of a sudden the Rona hits in like mid-March and just shit goes skyrocket.
Yeah, quarantine. Everybody jack off while you got the chance.
Yeah, it's great.
Normally I'm just so busy with work, bro. I don't have time to jack.
I got
don't
so
have
much
time
stuff.
to jack my shit.
Just a lot of stuff going on.
Bro, I got so much shit going on. I can't jack my own shit.
Gotta do it now. We have the opportunity.
Yo, you gotta do it now. You got the opportunity. Because once quarantine ends, bro, we're
never gonna get an opportunity like this again.
You're probably never gonna nut for like, it's about to be nut November for the whole summer, bro. If we get out,
If we get out of this.
if we make it out, it's about to be the whole summer. That shit is crazy. Yeah, it's still weird. My job still thinks it's fake. They all still think that. I don't remember if I talked about this theory of theirs on the podcast yet, but they now think that they all caught the Rona already months ago before. Like they genuinely believe that they're like patient zero type shit where we caught the virus early and now none of us can catch it again and we're all immune. And I'm just like, that doesn't even start to make sense. But I don't care to explain this shit because they're like all old and dumb. And if I say anything to them, they just say stuff back to me like it's facts that is clearly just fake information, and I just go and then I like walk away. Like I was saying, the one lady, she was talking about all this stuff like the government, they knew about this and they copyrighted the vaccine for coronavirus in like 2014 and like all this stuff. She's talking about like how the coronavirus has existed for years and they knew, and I was like, you know that there's multiple coronaviruses, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, I knew. That's why it's called COVID-19, which is not true. But I didn't bother explaining that to her because I didn't care. Because it's called COVID-19 because they found it in 2019. If you didn't know, it's not the 19th coronavirus, as she seems to believe. Because she said it with such confidence to me. Like, yeah, duh. And I'm like, I don't think she ever even considered that. She's just fighting back against me telling her anything with just define like, yeah, I knew that. That's why this. And I'm like, you just made that up in your brain. Like, you just put that together and we're like, this must be why this is this. And it's like, she blows my mind because it's like you see those crazy posts on like Facebook that are clearly just bullshit information, like hardly written correctly. Like it's just they found the cure for cancer in this country, and they're like just wild posts like that where you won't even read it because it's been weirdo internet shit for years that is just made up shit. She reads that shit and she'll just come and tell you it like it's 100% real. Like she'll just come say it to you like, oh no, this is what's going on. And they all just take it. They all like buy into it, and it's crazy. Like,
and now she's on the internet. Now she's home on the internet.
Yeah, no,
just every conspiracy she sees, like, oh my god, they knew.
Rona truthers are wild. I actually just sent Dave a really cool theory I saw last night. I've also been enjoying the one where, have you seen the one where they think that it's 5G network towers? Because they say China has really powerful 5G, and so they think that it's radiation from the 5G, and that it's basically a Wi-Fi virus.
A Wi-Fi virus.
It's activating the virus inside you.
Yeah, the radiation for the 5Gs is really activating it. This one was a good one. It's a tweet. What if, : China used coronavirus to become new superpowers of the world, map emoji. Now when every other countries are in crisis, then China will establish its supremacy by providing help to other, similar to what American did after World War II. Hence, China engineered coronavirus. Response tweet. Makes sense. People really will just think anything.
Yeah, people just believe anything now.
You can just say anything, and somebody out there will go, yeah. Yeah, no, right on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying how many people are just like showing their ass of like how dumb they are and how much they just like refuse to believe information no matter how credible it may seem. But then they choose to believe like they won't believe anything that's like official or from anything, but they'll believe a random person on Facebook who just posts it with no link, no source, no nothing, just a paragraph that's like, my aunt works at this hospital and she said this, and they're just like, this person on the internet said their aunt works at that hospital and that it's fine. And like that's it. Like they're just like, nope, it's fake, it's fine. Because and I'm like, what about this other guy who literally like this guy who works at this hospital, not his aunt, he works at this hospital, and he's telling you there are people my age who can't breathe on their own in the ICU. No. It's just no, I didn't read that one. It's fucking crazy. But I'm like, whatever, they're all old, they're all good. I was just saying the other day when they were all having their like, we're immune to the Rona, so it doesn't matter for us. I walked over and I was like, y'all have no idea how psyched I am for that real Rona to come tearing through the store on y'all asses. Like, you have no, like, that's gonna be such a funny day for me. Like that shit is gonna tear y'all the fuck up.
Yeah.
And they just kind of looked at me like, no. And I'm just like, okay. Like, whatever.
Yeah, it's so crazy how many people believe that. But I'm like, oh, well, some of them are still staying in their house and stuff. But yeah, there's people that just really believe they have it already.
Yep.
I'm like, why? How? You know that you didn't spread it to anyone else, right?
Yep. No, they somehow just believe that they had the Rona and that it didn't become a pandemic.
Yeah. They're the only ones to get it.
Like, it became one now, but when you got it months ago, that was chill. Regular cold, you know what I'm saying? Recovered in a day. Like, it's such a crazy line of thought, and I just don't know what to tell them about it. I was like, that's whatever.
I had one guy come in my job. He was the only crazy guy so far, but he came in my job. He was like, man, I'm not going to do any of this. I'm not going to wear a mask and gloves and any of this. He was like, you know what's going to kill you guys? Everyone here's afraid. That's what's going to kill you guys. Fear is going to kill you guys.
So many people have that attitude right here. Like,
I'm like, what do you mean? Like, and he was like, yeah, being all shaky like that, that's going to kill them. They're afraid. And I was like, Well, this virus, it could kill them actually if it keeps spreading. Like, that's something that actually could kill. He was like, no, I'm gonna keep living my life. I die, I die.
So many old people have expressed that exact same thing to me.
Yep.
And I don't understand. Well, unless they're ready to die, I'm like, okay,
They
cool.
are, because
Yeah.
they keep telling me and
Yeah.
you and random people out in the stores and streets.
Yeah, they don't want to be alive anymore. So I'm like, all right, but like,
Yeah, I've been told that by multiple old people I delivered to, just like come to the door, they're just joking, like, you got that virus? And I'm like, nah. And they're like, if I get it, I get it. And they're just like, I have been told like that verbatim multiple times by old people. Like, they just don't care. There's so many old people that are still just like coming into my job and shit. Like, dudes that work there, people that come in that are just customers. I'm like, these people, like, no mask, no gloves, no precautions, no. I'm like, they are 100% just going out living their normal lives. Like, it's gonna be wild when shit really hits around here. I actually just saw a thing today that said Chicago is supposed to be like the next big Rona spot.
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah,
like,
they said they're gonna make Cellular Field a new hotspot hospital.
and yeah, no, it's real weird because I don't feel like anybody around here for the most part is taking it serious. Like I said, I'm out on the streets, fucking the normal amount I usually am, and there are no less cars, no less people really. Like, it is the same. It's still traffic. It's still people everywhere. Fucking gas station parking lot will still be full. But it's just the same. People are still just walking up for carry out at the store, just sitting down in the lobby waiting for food. There'll be like, they don't care. These people just don't care. And I'm like, the hospital's gonna fill up quick, bro. Like, I don't know why everyone is doing this.
Yeah,
That's
no,
funny
it's wild.
that your store is letting people in the lobby when I had recently pizza and they wouldn't even let me in the store.
That's
Like,
what
I
a
had
lot
to-
are doing. Our store is just a
Okay.
bunch of fucking hicks and idiots, and they don't
I thought
care.
that was like company policy or something. That I
Not
was like, oh, y'all
necessarily.
really taking this-
No, Domino's corporate does not give a shit about anybody. They are trying to avoid closing anything for any reason. And I'm like, what the fuck ever? I'm like, I get it to an extent because I'm like, hey, we're food. So, like, people that need food are going to need food. But I don't consider garbage ass fast food pizza an essential. I think they could just eat somewhere else. I would not care at all if they were just like, we're gonna shut down for like what the fuck ever. Like, I'm good. I've been honestly just thinking about telling them, like, hey, I'm not gonna come in for like 2 weeks. Like, I keep really thinking about it because I'm like, I don't really need to. Like, I'll be good if I don't. I don't need the money. Like,
Yeah, I've been kind of thinking about it because next week I have a vacation from work that I put in a couple months ago because I was getting ready for WrestleMania week. And so I put a vacation in and everything. And then all this start happening. But they still going to give me my vacation next week. So I'm like, okay, cool. But I'm like, man, when I come back from vacation, that's probably when it's going to start spiking around this area. And so I'm like, I don't know if I want to come back from that vacation.
yeah, no, I've been really thinking about it. Just telling them, like, hey, I'm good on this for a minute. Like y'all can do what you want. I don't know.
Right.
I gotta go for a while.
Because, yeah, like, no one signed up for this. And, like, I don't think that, like, they would, like, even, like, fire me. Because, like, I didn't sign up for, like, a pandemic. I didn't sign up to work.
It's really, honestly, this whole, like, yeah, our situation in terms of that, it's a very, like, case, because I see people who say, like, yeah, no, they did fire me because I said I didn't want to come in for the virus. And then I've seen other people say the opposite, like, yeah, no, I told them I didn't want to get in. They were totally cool with it. Like, yeah, like, take your time. Like, hey, if you don't feel safe, don't come in. So that's really,
Yeah, they might do
case by
that for
case.
me. I'm not sure, though. But
I think the same. I think that if I brought it up, they'd be like, okay. They wouldn't be happy about it because they'd have to, like, fucking deal with me not being there and not doing everything or whatever.
Right.
But I think they'd ultimately just be like, yeah, whatever. They'd probably just talk shit about me when I'm not there or whatever because they all think it's fake. I do not give a fuck because I won't be dead. So that's success is the best revenge.
Yeah, I actually had I don't know if I said this on here because it happened like 3 weeks ago, but when my manager quit my job when this first came to like America, Yeah, when they first started shutting down sports and everything, that first week when the NBA got shut down, one of my managers was in there and was like, "Yeah, no, I'm quitting. Like, I live with my parents. Like, I don't need this job. I'm about to finish school this year. I live with my parents. Like, I'm gonna just use my degree and get a job later. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't need to work here right now." And I was like, "Damn, I wish I could do that. I wish I lived with my parents right now."
I've been thinking, like, man, I'm glad my mom's dead, so I don't gotta like worry about her right now.
That's another thing that sucks is I haven't seen my mom in like 3 weeks. Also,
Yeah, see, I don't gotta worry about that. I ain't seen my mom.
yeah,
I genuinely think about it. So like, man, because she for sure would have got this shit. Because she just would have kept going out. She was dumb. like,
yeah, she was pretty reckless.
Yeah, no, she would not have cared that she like her body was riddled with cancer and shit. Like, she just would have kept going to the store and shit.
She still never slowed down.
Yeah, no, she never would have slowed down. She would have like if she wasn't dead, she'd be dying right now. And so I'm like, hey, good shit, mama, you missed it. You don't have to go out as one of the many. You don't have to be a statistic. You're a different statistic. That's good. Stick with what you got.
Oh, man.
Man, the Rona update keeps getting darker and darker.
Yeah. I mean, the Rona's taking over the podcast.
Yep.
We start the number one Rona podcast.
You gotta talk about it. It's just what's happening.
What's going on? Yeah, it's the only thing going on.
It's just the world. It's like you can't even talk about other shit because it affected everything. Like nothing works the same.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild whenever this all ends. Because, I mean, a lot of people are now working from home and whatnot, and like, I mean, even some stores that are staying open are changing the way like they operate. Like, you still have to stand, far away. You can't. They're like avoiding contact or
Yeah.
Just afterwards, like a lot of jobs might just be like, we don't fucking need an office. Everyone's able to just work from home normally. Like, why are we wasting money doing this? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting when this all ends.
Yeah, no, this whole thing has exposed a lot of dumb bullshit. And I'm like, I'm 50-50 because I'm like, it is an unprecedented situation for our time. So I'm like, those types of things bring on radical change. But I'm also like, America is so pussy, dude. like I don't believe that anyone will fight for anything. Like,
Yeah, it's always true.
the second this shit ends, they will go right back under the boots. Like, immediately and not do a thing about it. Like, so I have very little faith on anything transformative.
People don't want free healthcare now. People,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I like, man. Last week we talked about how weird it'll be to listen to this podcast in the future because of how we're talking about the Rona, but also we're gonna look like fucking geniuses because I was on here fucking like day one, like America is built to be destroyed by this. Here we are, number one, number fucking one, and we're underreporting. Like, holy shit. Yeah, that's insane. We're number one, and I'm like, we're not testing for shit.
Nope.
And we're number one already.
I'll say, yeah, there's not even like a test out here really for people.
Yeah. I'm like, that's bonkers.
Yeah, you can't even go get tested if you wanted to because they don't have any.
Yeah, it's so crazy. This one girl I work with actually, she has something wrong with her. She had like a pain in her like stomach. It was like a liver pain or something. She tried to call the doctor for a doctor's appointment. They told her it'll be a three week wait, and they can't like fit her in at all. Like, they're like, yeah, no, 3 weeks. Like, there's nothing we could do.
Oh yeah, like the doctors and everything are like, unless you're like dying, don't call us.
Yeah, that's pretty much the impression I've been given. Is like, yeah, right now, if you can like avoid the hospital, like, do not go. Like, there are already too many people. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's already hospitals around here that are overwhelmed. Like, people just ignore it. Like, they just act like it's not around here. And I'm like, but it's here. Go to a hospital. Talk to someone who works at a hospital. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's going to be a whole lot of oldies falling off. It's going to be a weird one. Let's move on from the number one coronavirus podcast. How long did we just talk about the Rona? 35 minutes of the Rona. Okay. Good.